I mean, I was happy with the way we started. I was happy with the number of chances we created and the number of corner kicks we had and how many chances we created. But it's kind of been that story all year, is we just can't get that final product and the final goal or the final break. And it's, it's going to happen sooner or later, but it's really hard to watch and feel players expend all this energy and passion and quality and not get the reward, and then see them kind of get deflated. Whether it's 5 or 10 minutes here or there, or at the end of games. It's it's a difficult time, but we're not alone in going through it.
You kind of had to reshuffle a little bit after last night, so your lineup obviously was out. What were your thoughts on making those changes? Did it have anything to do with just that your ideas were public then, and information and everything? No,
we played the same way. Okay. We played the same system, and I thought it was effective, and they didn't really have much of an attack. A lot of service to the box is how they score, or in transition, and I thought we dealt really well with the transition almost the entire match. And obviously we made a huge mistake on the one service into the box, and unfortunately it was early where we get a bounce, or Franny finishes that one in the first minute. And then I think the result is completely different.
Playing against Houston, they kind of they're the one team that plays the way they do with their sitting deep and all that. Did that affect the back three playing Quinn and Huster rather than Church?
No, that was a change we were looking to make. Tori's played center back in the past, and I think it's good to have just like Quinn, who can play as a 6 or can play center back, so you don't have. If you do have to go to 4 in the back, it's an easy transition. No, it was planned coming out of the last 2 results, and at some point you have to react to the results and the players, and you have to make a decision and make some kind of change, whether it's a trade or a waiver or drop someone from the starting lineup.
Seemed like Smith and Caprice did a very good job of getting forward on the outside. What did you see from them today?
No, I thought they were awesome. They come out of halftime, even though the 3 of us were a little bit late. I thought they could win the game for us, and I think it's hard to have that much success and then kind of we stop going in that direction and giving them the ball and creating chances, whether it's you're not getting the reward or you're not getting the result, and then they start to come inside or not demand the ball. So, but I think they were great in the attack for us, which was the reason we went to changed our system a little bit to get them a little higher, create a little more possession and a little more attacking numbers, because it's not a secret we don't have a lot of options in the attack. So if we have our wide players are providing a good attacking option, it's going to create more balance and more scoring chances.
Speaking of options in the attack, can you give us an update on Pugh and Ship and Farquharson?
Well, Mal's been training with non-contact, so she'll probably be available for Seattle for I don't know what minutes yet until we get there. Ari, the target was always sometime in August, and Callie's just started training again, so they're both probably another couple of weeks away.
Speaking of injured players, did Ortega and Benini both coming back from recent injuries, did that influence their minutes today?
A little bit, but I felt like we needed a little more in this game anyway. We need a little more athleticism and a little more pace and really test their back line, which I think Franny and Hatch kind of did it intermittently, but they got caught coming back a little too deep to receive the ball. And in midfield we were carrying the ball rather than playing it forward, and it was just kind of a reaction to the way the game was going and what we needed. And Mal Eubanks was one of our first options as a sub, and she's got a lot of pace and a lot of athleticism, so we just threw her out there, and then Hav, we brought her in, and Franny had just come off a concussion, so fitness level was certainly one of the factors, not the deciding factor, but you have to make a change, you have to use some fresh players, you need a little bit of energy change, and someone's got to come off. So
for 2 weeks from now, is Rose going to be back and available in time, or is?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.